Find the measure of angle 3, measure of angle 7, measure of angle 8. Okay, let's take a look at this complicated figure here and see if we can't figure some stuff out. Given M is perpendicular to N, M is perpendicular to P, and N and P are parallel, and Q and R are parallel. So there's all kinds of angle possibilities here, and the simplest thing to do is just start with what you know, and then see if you can work your way to what you need to find out. So the only thing I really know for sure is I have 40 degrees here. And I also need to find out 3 as my first angle here. Well, there's no direct relationship between the 40-degree angle and the angle 3, but if I look at this angle 2 right here, that forms vertical angles with a 40 degrees, so I can say that the measure angle 2 equals 40 degrees, and that's a step to figuring out angle 3. Now the thing is, I know that the sum of these two angles, 2 and 3, has to be 90 degrees because M is perpendicular to P. So, but angle 2 and angle 3 are complementary. So that means measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 equals 90 degrees. And I know measure of angle 2 already, it's 40 degrees. So 40 degrees plus the measure of angle 3 is 90 degrees. So I know 40 plus 50 is 90, so I'm just going to say the measure of angle 3 is 50 degrees. I just kind of solved that mentally. You could subtract 40 and work it out if you need to, but I just did mental on this one. Okay, the next angle we need to figure out, we know this is 50, and this one's 40, is angle 7. Now if you look at 7 and 3, those two angles are corresponding angles with a transversal line, M, and it's Q and R that are the parallel lines. So if you look at angle 7 and 3, M is the transversal, R and Q are the parallel lines. These are corresponding angles. So that means angle 7 has the same measure of angle 3. So I can say measure of angle 7 is also 50 degrees. How about measure of angle 8? That's way over here. Now you want to look at all the different possibilities. Line M and N, P and Q, R. Oh, here it is. Look at the relationship between angle 8 and this 40-degree given angle. If you have P as the transversal line and R and Q as the parallel lines, these are corresponding angles. So that means this 8 has to have the same measure of 40 degrees. So the measure of angle 8 is 40 degrees. So that's all 3 angles we needed to figure out. So my advice to you, when you have a complicated figure like this, just take it one step at a time, slowly work your way around, and reason through the process. And be patient with yourself. Sometimes you have to look at the picture different ways in order to see all the relationships you need to answer the questions.